Hi, I'm going to demonstrate how I put my wire bridge, the nose wire. So there's adhesive on the back of it. This is the nose wire, the aluminum one. It's a little bit over 3 inches. So I'm going to show you how I put it on the mask. So here's the mask that I have. It has a nose side and a chin side, so I'm making sure I put it on the top. Now I have to trim these, the edges of the mask that's already made, because otherwise it will be curved. Let's see if I have a demonstration. Now this one is also already done, but basically if you trim the edges, you'll be able to create a straight line. And this is what we're going to do. So I'll do this one first, and then I'll do the second one as a backup. So you need to know where the middle is. And the middle is actually right here. This is where the seam is. And I'll show you how to always get the middle correctly. If you want, you can have a pen handy. I don't usually use a pen, but I will for the sake of the video. Okay, so you take the adhesive tape off the back. Here we go. And now this is going to be sticky. It usually. Okay, so here I have the leftover piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half. Can you see? I folded it in half. And I'm going to put the half mark at the seam, and then I can mark where the end of the wire needs to go. So now I'll always know exactly where this is supposed to stick. I'm left-handed normally, but I'm going to try and do this right-handed for the benefit of the right-handers, which is maybe a majority. Anyway, so I'm going to create a straight line here, and I'm going to lay this close to the seam line on the pretty side of the mask on the inside. So this is the lining part, and this is the pretty side, and it's curved on one side and concave on the other. So the reason why I always put it on the pretty side is that there's a little bit of padding that that the wearer will feel if it's on this side. And then I've already trimmed my corners, and I'm going to start turning it inside out. I like to grab the corners if I can. It's a little bit challenging with the wire. The wire can bend a little bit as you're turning it inside out. You have to just be kind of careful. Don't take it off the seam if you can help it. You don't want to do that. So I'm turning it inside out. Here we go. And there's where that wire is. And nice and clean. And I will go over, you don't have to, but I don't know how long the adhesive will last if you wash it. So I'm going to just sew it in with my zipper foot. So I'm going to switch the sewing foot out and put the zipper foot on. You're going to want to make sure the seam is as even as possible on both sides. have an old chopstick or a stick, you can kind of push out the corners. Make it nice and even. So all I want to do right now is just tack down that spot where the wire is, so that it's going to be stable and never leaves the area. In case it gets washed and the adhesive comes off, it'll be a secure way to keep it on there. I'm using some vintage Laurel Birch fabric because I'm actually making this mask for my mom. She's kind of petite now as she's gotten older, so I actually shrunk my mask pattern to fit her better. You want to make sure you don't sew on the aluminum. It'll probably break your needle. Be careful. And just take your time. My stitch length is about 2. I probably should open it up a little bit. I hope not to get a pucker on here. Feel my way for the end. Okay, I found the end. And then come up and so that wire is now going to be nice and secure. So I'll be able to bend that nicely. And while I'm at it, I'm going to put the ties on here so that I can demonstrate how I put a tie on. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but these are 3/4 inch slices of a brand new pair of leggings that I got from my own business called Irresistible Leggings. I just cut off the tiny seam, but let's see, it is folded. It's 6 inches long. And let's see what happens when I stretch it. It's so nice because it's really soft too. So I think I doubled the length. It is actually double times 7.5. So I can, if I wanted to, maybe it's enough to cut in half for each ear. My mom's kind of tiny, so I'll probably be able to get away with it. If I don't know the size of the person who's wearing it, I usually leave it at about 8 to 10 inches long. But for her, I think I'll be able to leave it. Now, it's best if I changed my zipper foot, but I'm kind of lazy, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to sew it the way it is. And it's set at 1 inch for the beginning. Now I can change it to 2, 2.5. I keep my tie in there. It keeps me from having to thread it later. so many threads this way, nice and secure. And so what you do is you tie a little knot in here and it goes over the ear. You can adjust it and kind of pull it, but I don't want to pull it too tight because I don't know what she's going to do as far as how she's going to wear it. Here's the other side. This one's designed with a pocket. Still set at 1. All set. I'm getting this for my mom because she was born in the year of the monkey. I thought this would really be appropriate. I'll press it later, but that's how it looks. I think that's going to look really good. Yep, I can fit it over my ears really nicely. Okay, so we're going to start this one. I've trimmed the edges already. Oh, and I want to put the nose bridge. Okay, again, I'm not going to put it on the lining side. I want to put it on the pretty side. Always remember to put it on the fabric side, the featured fabric side. By the way, you can buy these from me at Irresistible Masks, Handy Caddy, or Irresistible Leggings. It's on that same website. And I'm selling them right now for, they're kind of a commodity. So they're $4.50. You get 10 of them for $4.50. So if you're just making a few, that's all you need. Okay. So after a while, I really don't eyeball it very well. So now I see that it's right on the cut, so I don't need to mark it again. I'll just double check what it looks like on this side. This one's a little bit off from the last, one of the last cuts, but I'll start with this side. I'm left-handed anyway, so this makes it easy. Just make sure your line is, your seam is straight when you lay this down, so you know what you're doing. I don't know if you can see clearly. Let me show you where it's set. It goes this way. So hopefully that gives you a good visual. And I might just press it down pretty good, but I'm sure it'll stay. Now I can start turning it inside out. Helps to put your fingers, if you can, in the corners so that it makes it really easy to turn it inside out. A little trickier with the wire in there. Just have to be really careful not to pull the wire off. It's already come off on mine, but I think I'll be able to adjust it once I turn it inside out. Again. Okay. Got a hold of the wire. All right, let's see. Let's find that wire. make sure it's in the right place. Yep. Okay, so I'll straighten out the wire before I sew down the seam around it. I can feel it. I don't know if you noticed, but I grab the end of the thread because I don't like how the sewing machine will eat up the thread and create a bunchy thing in the back. So I think I caught it. Okay, I'm set at 2. I don't want it tighter than 2, maybe 2.5, because there's a little bit of a gathering in the front. Take your time. I'm the seam ripper queen as it is. I try not to have to correct any mistakes if I can help it. My mom's a Leo. She's born in the year of the monkey, so I have a vintage Laurel Birch fabric that I saved, and it's for her, and also just some of my favorite fabric. It may not be available online only because I don't have much of it, and save for my personal use. Again, if you wanted to know what the website is, it should be included in my YouTube channel. Irresistible Masks, Handy Caddy. I sell organizers as well. And Irresistible Leggings. I'm still in my pajamas, so you're not going to see my leggings. Because it's Mother's Day, first thing in the morning. And I realized I probably could make my mom a really nice mask for 2020. Isn't that cute? You see that? I still have to put the handles on there, or the ear ties. This one is a little bit longer. Like I said, I cut them up the leg, and I got about, I think I used a size plus pair of leggings, and I got about 50 ties from it. And then if I stretch it, I'll be able to use one tie for a pair, for one tie for one head, because I could cut this in half. Hey, still videoing. Give me a second. I'm still doing a video, so give me a second. So because my mom is kind of tiny, I actually took off from my template pattern. I took off an inch and a half off of the tails. But on my template, it's actually longer because I need it to be able to fit various head sizes. So if you get pretty good with this, or you already are a sewer and you just like having the templates, you can change that. I just slid right off the seam, so I'm going to back up and sew again. You won't be able to see it on the other side because I think the thread is the background is pretty dark. So if I wanted to, I could fix that. Depends on how much time I have. I'll have to catch him later. All right, I'll answer it.
Wait.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Mother's Day. Jace, when you say Happy Mother's Day.
Jace, I miss you. I haven't heard from you in such a long time.
Do you want me to turn the FaceTime thing on?
Okay.
Yeah, let's say Happy Mother's Day.
Hey, my goodness, are you a giant now? Are you bigger? Check this out. What do you think?
I'm 4 years old.
You're 4 years old. Do you have a mask yet?
Yeah, you sound nasally. You're not sick, are you?
No, but I've been in
the
this.
Yeah. I need one mask.
I want to make you one. I think I'm going to make some today because I've been so busy. But I'm making one for Grandma because I'm going to go bring one to Grandma's house.
Why?
Typaw, because she needs a mask too. She started going outside to the garden, and she needs to have a mask when she's going outside in the garden.
So,
I need mask.
but you're not sick?
No, I'm not sick. I think that I've just got the dust from breathing all the fibers from the mask making project that I've got going on. Yeah, I have some masks for Jace that I'm trying out, but I don't know whether it's going to fit him or not. I need to bring it down, but I haven't gone anywhere.
Well, he has masks already. That's fine.
Does he have pretty masks?
He has medical grade children masks.
I see.
But we're not leaving the house, so we really don't need them.
You haven't used them, right? That's good. So you're not in a hurry to have them. But look at this. Isn't that cute? Do you like the lions and the tigers? Do you see a lion on there? I made this for Grandma because she was born in the year of the, she's a Leo. What are you guys going to do today?
We celebrated yesterday.
Yeah? And what are you going to do today? Just hang around at home?
Same thing we do every day.
Yeah? All right. Well, thank you for calling. It's nice to see you. I haven't seen you, talked to you in like a month. It's been a long time. Are the days running into each other?
Daddy, this is Beauty of the Beast. We see it ice.
Okay. Just a heads up.